Hey YouTube, happy Saturday. Well, I want to come and make a couple comments about the situation with Bill Cosby. I didn't talk about this before I started doing YouTube. Anyway, so Bill Cosby now they're suggesting that they may use this interview Larry King he did in 1991 concerning doping girls with Spanish fly. So people might say, well, I know what Spanish fly is. It's still right there at the porn store. It's not even an illegal drug. What's the big deal? Well, I think he's going to be in trouble because, and then he talks about it in a book he wrote. I don't remember when the book was written, around the time, about when he was a kid and how he first started using Spanish fly. I found out what it was for. Something like that. Anyway, I think the problem is that it shows that this was a gateway. You know, fetish. What is a fetish? I know that they're born in childhood. I mean, they're not sexual in childhood, but they develop early on in your life. This man has apparently got a fetish with having sex with girls who are drugged or unconscious. He's drugged. Because Bill Cosby could have had anybody he wanted. You know, come on. You make a phone call and get 6 girls in your room, the kind of money he was making. Are my eyes crooked? What the hell? Like my eyes are crooked. Well, I know God put them on there right, so. Anyway, this dude, Bill Cosby, I'm not going to be on one side or the other. Of course it's wrong, to take advantage of somebody. It sounds like he developed a fetish early on. That's what this thing that came out today. That's what the issue is. Not about the Spanish fly per se, but Spanish fly is a gateway drug. It just gets you into having sex with this aphrodisiac. It makes a difference. Putting this stuff in girls' drinks or whatever. I mean, I don't want to try this dude. I don't want to try this man. I want to say this is a problem though. If they can get this evidence in, although I don't know how they can say that it's not in, because if I just saw it on CNN, on Sparkonov's show, then everyone on the judges would have seen it. CNN. I mean, who doesn't watch that? Same thing with if he has a trial. Everybody on the trial sees it, so they know about this. You can't say that. Well, we're going to go to the courts now and see if we can get this in. What difference does that make? Hell, it's already been seen. They've already been exposed to it. They already know that he, in his young life, he started out using Spanish fly on these girls. He's admitted to it, and he's made jokes about it. That's going to be a hard one, and I don't think it's just a hard one if it comes into the trial, because I think it's already in the trial. By exposing this or breaking the story, it's already in the trial. Now people are going to say, "Oh, he's always like that." Oh, but this was the gateway drug, so it's going to be a big thing for him, and it's already happened. As soon as they start broadcasting all over cable news, and I assume YouTube too, or probably all everywhere else, it's a done deal. They know that he's turned on by that. He's come out of his own mouth. So this guy's got some serious problems now. To understand fetish, though, I used to do drugs. I was exposed to a lot of people's fetishes. And believe me, after you get an obsession, a sexual obsession in your mind, like if you like toes or whatever, and you get that really in your mind, it's in your psyche, you can't hardly think about nothing else but toes. That's it. That takes over your sex life. I'm thinking back now in the past. People have all kind of fetishes, and that's a bad one to have because it involves taking advantage of someone else. If you were just something you did on your own, you like elbows or nostrils, whatever. As long as they're consenting or something that you did on your own, wouldn't be a problem. The problem is if you sticking stuff up at other people's nostrils and things without them being aware of it, it's a problem. So I mean, I don't know how to feel about this Bill Cosby thing. I mean, more than likely he's. let me stop. That poor woman, that wife, what she must have to go through, knowing he has these. Certainly, she would know that he has these obsessions. Many times, men go out and they do things with prostitutes, things that they won't do with their wives. So, I mean, because he drugs everybody else, I mean, he necessarily ever drugged her. It might be an incident somewhere where he said, "Oh, remember he did that in college." I don't know, but it doesn't look good for him. He hasn't got much. I don't know. Bill Cosby's an old guy. They had already tried to strip him from. I don't know if they stripped him for his star on the Walk of Fame and took all his shows down off the air, and he's already suffered. And these girls they're gonna get into them pockets. I don't see any way around it. He's gonna have to pay these girls off. I mean, in lawsuits. I guess it's in civil cases now. It's gonna cost him. So no winner here. All right, that was just on the top of my mind just because I just turned on and saw it. I think people are going to see that as a gateway, not the Spanish Fly. That's nothing. He ain't gonna put him in jail for Spanish Fly, but they can show that he gets pleasure out of doing this, and he's aware of the power that it gives a person over other people. It's just sad. It's just awful because he could have anybody he wanted. I mean, he was a movie star. You know how people are. Well, I don't know if you guys know how they are, but in Hollywood, you can just have anybody you want. Just asking them. If you have an obsession, you don't want to ask him. You're turned on. You're actually turned on by the other way by doing it without their consent. That's a fetish. That's a fetish, and it's hard to get away from a fetish. I remember one time I went to this. It was some group. I don't remember what the group was about even. Something on sexuality, and they were talking about how a child, their father wore what was that shit with the ship on the front of it, Old Spice. Their father wore Old Spice, and they was a child. And years later, they developed a fetish for Old Spice cologne. Every time they smelled Old Spice cologne, it was kind of sexually aroused. Now, they didn't say anything about this person didn't have sex with his father, nothing like that. But it's something in his environment where he developed a fetish years ago based on something that happened when he was a little kid. Or just somebody exposed to, because there was nothing devious about it. He didn't have sex with his father. But that smell, people develop all kinds of stuff. Gay community, people like bears, and they got, I can't even go through all of these different things people like. And they're basically fetishes, things that turn them on. To be turned on by something like that, I mean, that involves other people. Not a good thing. Okay, so Bill Cosby goes to court. They're gonna try to get this information in, but I think he just got played because, and I'm not defending Bill Cosby. I don't know a damn thing about the case, but he just got played. They don't need to be in court. Why would be on court? People watch TV. Who the hell don't watch CNN? It's already been exposed that he has this early fetish that he laughed about and joked about, and everyone's going to see the interviews. So you're through. Some lawyer came up with the idea to release that to the public media. It's powerful. How's the judge going to see that? What judge doesn't watch CNN? What juror? Whatever city they're in. That's national. Who wouldn't call their friends? The girl, watch this. So it's a done deal. It's already in evidence. Okay, Bill Cosby. Sorry for people, whoever was hurt, yourself included. Your victims. It's all a big mess. And he could have had anybody. Damn, all that money, all that influence, all that power, all that fame. And you allegedly got stuck in some silly little fetish you had. I mean, couldn't you just hire a prostitute and make her pretend that she's don't know what the hell she's doing? Anyway. So that's what's in the news today. Y'all have a good day.